All right, first one. What was on the headphones? What have you been listening to?
Music?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of Drake, Milwaukee music, a bit of podcast, some crazy stuff on YouTube. Just a little bit of this and that, you know.
Yeah. Reza Madadi this weekend. Obviously, there was a glimmer that you might be fighting in the main event. Tell us about how that all unfolded from your perspective yesterday, because it was a dramatic day, wasn't it?
Well, it was last night. Me and my coach, we were in the sauna, just chilling basically, and I got a phone call from the UFC PR department, and they said, come up to room 5, whatever. So I went up there. Joe Silva was on the phone. He said, I said, how's it going? He goes, well, not too great. You know, I lost my main event. Joe Duffy had sustained like a concussion to his brain, so they had to do some medical research and that, and they found out that he had a shadow in his brain. So he was scratched from the card, and I said, do you want me to step up to the fight? I said, no problem. And he says, cool man, so I'll get back to you. And then, so at that stage, whenever I was thinking, like my emotions were going crazy, I was thinking, okay, he goes, but if you're to fight Jorge, I'll be moved to the co-main event, and Parke here will move to the main event. I says, I don't care where I fight the card, you know, I don't care, to be honest. The fight's a fight, and that's all that matters to me. So, and then we heard back that, you know, he didn't want to fight, you know, so we looked at it from his perspective that, with all respect to him, like, I'm on a 2-fight losing streak, you know, it's a lot for him to lose, and I understand that, but if he really didn't want to fight, you know, the option was there, so I was willing to step up, but you know, we just toned it back down again and fighting, and that's all that matters.
But obviously you got Reza on Saturday night. You said you're on a 2-fight losing streak. Both those defeats were very close, controversial in some respects. Do you feel an added pressure going into this fight? Because obviously three defeats doesn't always do your career prospects too much in the UFC.
Yeah, I understand that. As I said, when one of the other interviews, it was like that scenario has been played through my mind already, so I don't really mind. You know, at the minute I don't feel no pressure at all. Like, I feel calm and collective. I just feel like any other fight, to be honest, and that's the frame of mind that you should be in. But I'm feeling confident. You know, I feel confident every fight I go into, and this fight's no different. And I know we've been going back and forth on Twitter, like a little bit of this and that, and you know, it's just a bit of banter to hype up the fight. But for the most part, it's just us getting in there and seeing who's the best man on the night. But I think it's a great matchup. Stylistically, we're pretty even, you know. But I feel I'm a bit more crisper than him.
I was about to say, so it was more salesmanship than personal.
Yeah, because I saw him in the lobby. You know, I walked by him, I stared at him. He never looked at me. So we know it's all talk. So we'll see when we're in there. We'll see at the weigh-ins. You know.
Reza said that now it's personal for him, and he said that he'll cut your head off. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you know, as I said before, he's all talk when the camera's there, but whenever we see face to face, he walks by with his head down. But here, I walked by with my pockets well covered up, you know. I had to make sure I had everything in my wallet and everything was still there, so, you know, and so he can say what he wants, but he knows and I know. Like, I don't care. He's been with some great guys, and I've been in with some tough lads, and you can say the whole like split decision losses could, you know, something about it, but I don't care. You know, if I go in there for all the performance that I know I'm capable of, I'll beat him, no problem.
Norman, he also said a few minutes ago, he said you've been calling him a thief. He said you're right when you call him a thief because he's going to steal your heart. What do you have to say to that?
Well, you know, I think I got a lot of heart. I'll take a hell of a lot more than him anyway to take my heart. You know, I fought in Brazil twice. You know, I went and travelled anywhere. You know, I ain't got no fear to fight anywhere. And I got a tough heart. So we'll see who's got the tough heart on Saturday night whenever I put the pressure on him. We'll see that. You've
been on the wrong end of some bad luck overseas in Brazil. This is as close to a home game for you as you're going to get. Talk to us about the benefit for you fighting here in Dublin and being so close to home.
Yeah, I said to Joe when the opportunity arose that I would love to fight in Dublin again, because no matter how fucked up this card has been, the in terms of entertainment and atmosphere, you'll never get anywhere like it in Dublin. No way. You'll see this place here on Saturday night. They'll blow the roof clean off the place. I've said before, I've been to Brazil twice. I've been to Mexico. You know, I experienced different cultures and different atmospheres. Nowhere near it. Dublin by far is the best atmosphere ever. So you'll see that on Saturday night, and I believe it'll be a good night.
Norman, you are coming in off the back of 2 losses, and there have been quite a few cuts as of late, recently in the last few weeks. Do you have any fear going into the fight on Saturday that you might be the next?
No fear at all. I said before, I'm confident that I'm going to get the job done. I went through the whole scenario before in my head. Like, I'm not stupid. I understand that how many people's got cut recently. And it's all about putting on a great fight. I don't mind going out there putting on a hell of a fight for the fans that they enjoy it and then come up short. But I know the last 2 fights have been pretty stale, you know, but sometimes that's the way the game goes, so you got to adapt and push forward. But I always stay positive no matter what. So there's a man stepping onto my turf here, and I tell you what, there's no man going to take it from me. Absolutely no man.
Have you got one final message for Reza before you collide on Saturday?
I hope he's got his handbag. I hope he brought his handbag for me, because that's the handbag that I'm sending back to Sweden or Iran, wherever he's from.